trailers that I think
They
I
showed
sent to the
the,
group.
all the commercials were like fucking Disney-fied versions of regular commercials, essentially. So there was an Amazon commercial, but like it was all Disney products that like they were buying in the commercial.
Yeah.
But then they showed a quick thing for the Tron light cycle, and I was like, "Oh shit, we get a release date for this?" And it just said like in like rebooting, or I forget exact, like it was just computer terminology for like we're working on it
Was it for the game or for
for
the
the
movie?
roller coaster. The
Oh,
roller
roller.
coaster. The
I'm
roller
still
coaster was
mad.
supposed to open last year in October. I was really hoping that it would be open by the time we go, Mike.
You know that roller coaster is gonna
I,
be so dope too.
I know.
I'm not a big roller coaster person, but
When are you guys going?
For a Tron.
When are you guys going?
Next month.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
When did you guys decide you were going down there?
I had a family trip booked with my girlfriend's family, and then I asked Mike. We were talking one day, and I was like, "You can just come to Disney with us," and he was like, "All right."
Where are you staying?
That was essentially the whole. That was essentially the length of the.
Where are you guys staying? Are you staying like on the resort or?
Yeah.
Where?
I'm staying at Caribbean. Are you also staying in Caribbean, Mike?
I'll be honest, I kind of half read all the emails involved, so I don't know where
I am. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh Mikey. Oh Mikey. Mike. Todd's like, yeah, where are you guys staying? What exact flight are you on? What day and time are you leaving? Like Todd's like trying to air all this out right now.
I love the Polynesian, so I'm always curious if people ever stay there.
I've stayed there before with my family. It's nice.
Yeah.
Her family has DVC at the Polynesian.
Oh shit. That's pretty dope. Well,
I heard there's a bar at the Polynesian that's like amazing. People will wait like 2 hours to get into this bar.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but
I've never been to Disney as an adult, so I don't know what drinking in Disney is like.
If there's like drinks that you can order from the bar, and it like sets off like stuff in the bar.
Oh really?
Yeah. What does that mean? Like.
So like you can order. I forget what I like.
Yeah, the fire alarm goes up.
No. Like
no,
like,
I know.
There's like I think one's called like the shipwreck or something, and there's like a painting of like a shipwreck, and like the whole bar will be like thunder and lightning, and the painting will like light up, and like great. You'll see like the boat like crash in the painting.
You know that there are people that definitely go there and get absolutely tanked because they want to fucking see everything that happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they're essentially just making money off of like you setting off.
I mean, it's not a bad business plan, I guess.
Well, business model. No, that's where all these big Mickey bucks come from.
I don't know. Big Mickey bucks come from everything, Mike. Because if you buy like a slice of pizza at Magic Kingdom, it's like fucking $15. So, if not,
every fucking year is a fucking anniversary year. They've got all the fucking anniversary fucking merchandise. We're in Disney World's 50th anniversary, and then next year is Disney's 100th anniversary.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you. A couple
years ago was 2018 was Mickey's 90th birthday.
They gotta have something lined up for every year, and that's the way to do it. You gotta roll the merch out.
Got it all figured out.
Break out the big old Disney calendar. Just see what every day is.
Mickey's
magic.
Crazy magic bucks.
Yes, every day is magic.
Well, speaking of Disney, this is a good segue for this whole episode because we're going to be talking a lot about Disney. Welcome, everyone, to the Past Control Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes Todd tries to get Dom to give his entire itinerary on the air. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Friday evening, I forgot what day it was for a second, is the anime senpai himself, Mr. Scooter McGavin, Michael Desir. Mike, how you doing tonight?
Yeah,
Is Scooter McGavin working for you? Is it gonna stick? Are you feeling it or no?
I don't think I've cared for any of your what's the word? I forget, but yeah, I've never really cared for any of them.
You don't like being the anime senpai?
When do I talk about anime? Never.
During the 1 minute a week you're allowed.
1 minute a week
The
can
one-
be a lot that you haven't used in months.
That I haven't
He
used.
he can
I
they get their rollover minutes though, so you could just bang out a full episode at any point, Mike. You could just filibuster the whole thing and just make it Mike's and a minute hour.
That sounds like a poor use of everyone's time.
Well, the option is there. You could do a whole 3-hour session at this point. You could really just cash in. What are we at? This is episode 332. Let's just say you've used 10 of your minutes. So how many hours is that? How many hours is 320 minutes? I'm not a mathematician.
I used to be able to do math.
I'm not a doctor.
5 hours.
You could really just block down a 5-hour block, Mike. You could really just fucking give us the entire history of the One Piece. The One Piece is real, by the way. I don't know if you know this.
I didn't feel like looking into that whole thing because I'm pretty sure that it was trending on Twitter for a very sexual reason.
Oh,
You know what?
that's not why I said that. I said that because I scrolled by one TikTok that I liked in turn to eventually show you, where it was like a bunch of like a bunch of just like people sitting on a couch watching TV, and they're like, "What's going on?" And then it just like camera flips to the TV, and it's like a guy just going, "And the One Piece is real," and then it goes back to everyone on the couch and like, "What's going on?" And then it flips to like Kanye, "Can we get much higher?" And they're all walking down the street dressed as One Piece characters. I don't know what's going on. I liked it specifically so I could show it to you and be like, "Mike, what is happening here?" But there we go. Did any of that sound like anything to do with anything that you're
Yes and no.
okay? Give me the breakdown.
Yes, in that there is a scene where a character, I imagine it's like an old dude with like a white sort of thing coming out of his face like that. I'm gesturing, but
A mustache.
Audio listeners, too bad.
A very pointy
Does-
mustache.
very pointy mustache. Ironically, it's a mustache. His name is Whitebeard. But yeah, he says the One Piece is real. That part happened. But what I read on Twitter about this TikTok meme was that they used that scene and then transitioned it to something weird.
Okay. All right. Well, it was definitely weird, but it wasn't sexual in nature that
It
you were
wasn't-
describing.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing I saw was like, oh, okay, why?
Okay. Fair. Also joining us this evening is the Fortnite father.
No.
What are you now? What are you now?
I don't know, but I'm not. I mean, listen, I like Fortnite still, but I just don't play it anymore. I barely played it.
Okay, all right. Todd
Scratch-
wants to rescind
scratch.
his fucking name. He's the Battlefield bad boy.
It's too early on Battlefield.
Oh my god! Wait, it's too early on Battlefield. You've been begging me.
Something?
He's been no. He did, Mike. He does not earn Splatoon. Are you kidding me? If anyone's Splatoon, no, Mike. If anyone is Splatoon, it's you, Mike.
I could totally derail this whole fucking podcast right now if I gave you my take on Splatoon.
Well, I mean, I want it, but not right at this exact moment. But I do want it.
No, I know.
This guy doesn't want to have Battlefield be attached to his name. He's been begging me to buy Battlefield for the last week and a half.
No, I'm just saying, like, I haven't played it enough to fucking, be that guy yet, I'm not there.
Okay. All right. The Oculus Quest Conquistador, Todd Gary.
I'm not there yet. No. So,
Oh my god.
monkey.
All right, whatever. This it's just the what is he wearing? A fucking Bowsette shirt? Why are you wearing a Bowsette shirt? What is it? What? Why does Todd own a Bowsette shirt? Is Todd into some stuff we're not aware of?
I've been aware of it.
Well, that's because you know everything,
There's
Mike.
enough to talk about it.
Mike, you're the anime senpai, but really you're just like the all-knowing Eye of Sauron. That's what's going on
There
here.
we go. We're doing some Lord of the Rings stuff now.
Yeah. I still have to watch Rings of
Rings of
Power.
Power?
I still haven't watched it. Has anyone watched it?
No.
Not that interested in it.
On my to-do list.
I'm behind. I'm also behind on She-Hulk a week, so I'm just like I need to catch up on some stuff. And rounding us out is the Disney Daddy, the D23 40.
Ugh.
That was terrible.
I don't know. Everyone else is rejecting their name.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone's rings true, it's Dom's. He is King Mickey, if I've ever seen one. That's what he's called in Fortnite. Is that what he's called in Kingdom Hearts? King Mickey, right? Yeah. I love those games. It's all about keyblades and
I can tell.
I booted up what's the fucking second one that you skipped called Chain of Memories?
Chain of Memories.
Yeah, I booted it up the other day.
You probably booted up Rechain of Memories, unless you have.
Whatever's in the collection. I'm not fucking getting a Game Boy copy, even though Cam, friend of the show,
That's why
has suggested multiple times he will mail me his copy to play it, and I don't want to do that. Because realistically, I'm probably going to just watch the cutscenes and skip to part 2. Because that's just the reality.
See those 2 seconds of Kingdom Hearts 4?
I did not. Was it just in like a sizzle reel?
Yeah, it was in the sizzle reel.
Was it new?
I just read a tweet. I don't think so. It was probably just stuff they'd already shown. I just read a tweet that was like, they really showed Wolverine, Spider-Man 2, Kingdom Hearts 4, and Jedi Fallen Order in the sizzle reel, and they were like, "Oh, this is what you want? Well, here it is."
Yeah. we'll get to the Disney Marvel game showcase in just a moment, but before we do that, a few housekeeping things. This episode of the Pass Control Podcast, of course, sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty from the Salem, Massachusetts area. On Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening, you want yourself something hot, something sweet, something tasty, something fresh out of the oven. You can head on down to 1 Washington Square, get yourself a delicious fatty, and if you're unaware of what a fatty is, you can check them out on social media at Goodnight Fatty and educate yourself on these tasty, tasty treats. And let me tell you, if you do head down there, you will not be disappointed. And you should let them know Pass Controller sent you. The PTC Movie Club pick for this month, which is a month I will remember in a second, September, is my pick, and the movie is, oh dear, I forget the name of it.
Doesn't remember the month.
Army of Darkness.
No, Paul Rudd.
Ant-Man.
Fuck. What is the name of this movie? Oh,
this is
no.
40.
Damn
This
it.
is 40.
Hold on, I gotta. Why did I not write this down?
No, it's I Love You, Man.
No. Keep going, though. Keep going.
No, it was.
I want to see how many Paul Rudd movies you guys can name.
It was definitely Roma.
It was Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah.
Is he in that?
Yeah, he's a surfer dude, bro.
Oh, he's the surfer
Okay,
dude.
I want to keep this up, but I can't remember the name of what was the movie where he
Clueless?
nails his.
It's
I was gonna say Clueless.
I was gonna say Clueless
but
too.
what was the name of the movie where he mails his girlfriend like a picture of him having sex with somebody else because he thought she was cheating on him, but she was, but like he was mistaken.
That sounds
He
like a
goes on a road
plot.
trip
And then he was trying to get the envelope back, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I forget who
The plot is
female
familiar,
was.
but I can't picture it being a Paul Rudd film.
I feel like it was Paul Rudd. I might be wrong.
All
that
right.
case, sorry, but I mean that'll be my next movie pick anyway.
Are we pivoting the entire episode to me reading synopses or synopses?
Synopsi.
It's not synopsis, is it?
Yeah, it's probably synopsis.
All right, the synopsises of Paul Rudd movies, and you guys trying to figure out what they are.
Oh, that's
Okay.
easy. That's super easy.
Is it? Because you guys are struggling to figure out the one that you clearly know the plot for right now.
I'm unconvinced that it's a Paul Rudd film.
I'm just gonna read Paul Rudd films until you know which one it is that you're.
How about Anchorman?
You said-
Was it Anchorman?
You said Paul Blart, right?
Yeah, Paul Blart. You guys couldn't get Paul Blart last time, so I wouldn't do that. You got Ant-Man, you got Ghostbusters, you got Chip and Dale, you got Bob's Burgers movie, you
He
got
was in Chip and Dale.
he was
I don't know
himself in Chip and Dale. It says.
Oh, okay.
You
You
got
guys-
Ghostbusters.
Season out too, by the way.
You got
if you guys
TV
watched
series. Avengers Damage Control? What game is that? It's a video game, and he voiced Ant-Man. It must be mobile or something. I've never heard of it.
Is that the thing that they have at like the restaurant? Where
It
he,
says
talks
video
about,
game.
like,
It says video
oh,
game. Unless it's like an interactive ride that they're calling a video game on IMDb. Between Two Ferns, the movie, event.
He was in the movie.
I'm just gonna skip MCU stuff. A movie called Mute. He played Cactus Bill. Ideal Home. The Catcher Was a Spy. Wet Hot American Summer. Well, that's its show, I guess. Fun Mom Dinner.
Not
Red
Dinner
Hot
for
American Summer had a film, didn't they?
I think it was a series that came back, right? I don't know.
Yeah, they did. They all played their like
Older
like,
versions, yeah.
45, yeah.
Nerdland, more MCU, Sausage Party, the movie that I picked that I will skip for now. Is this an old movie? The movie that you guys are talking about?
Yeah, the movie I'm talking about would have been
Pre MCU.
2000s or late 90s.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just not do this then, because it's gonna take forever to get to whatever that is. Is it the O in Ohio? Is it the Baxter? Is it Tennis Anyone? Is it PS? Is it Anchorman 1 or 2? Is it
No, it would have predated Anchorman probably.
2 Days, The Shape of Things, Reaching Normal, The Chateau, Wet Hot American Summer, Gen Y Cops,
Our idiot brother.
No.
The Object of My Affection, 200 Cigarettes, The Cider House Rules,
Dinner for Schmucks.
The Locusts,
No.
Romeo and Juliet, The Size of Watermelons,
Mm-mm.
Clueless.
This is such a bad.
Okay, so then if you're down to Clueless, then you've overshot it, and that means I was wrong about it.
Diggers,
Paul Rudd.
This movie.
I
The
do
X.
remember the
Is it
plot.
called The X? Night at the Museum, The 10, Reno 911, Miami. I don't know. We're done with this though. We're done with just reading Paul Rudd
I'm getting
movies.
to the bottom of this. Don't worry about it. I
Um.
wonder who was the female lead? Was it Christina Ricci? That can't be right.
Anyways, the movie that
Talk
is the
about Paul
movie
Rudd.
of the month is The Fundamentals of Caring, which is a Netflix original film. So you can find it and watch it on Netflix. If you want to hear us talk about that film, we'll talk about it by the end of the month. So the last episode of this month, you will hear us chat about that film. So make sure you're doing the thing. But I guess before we get into the quote unquote main topic, which is the Disney Marvel game showcase. What has everyone been playing? I know Todd's got some thoughts on Splatoon apparently. So Todd, why don't you just fucking drop that knowledge?
Thoughts. I think I'm gonna play the shit out of it. I'm glad we're all playing it again. It's the same fucking game, and it's fine because I don't care. But I'm playing it for multiplayer, but multiplayer is legit. Like nothing has changed except now there's a couple different alts or whatever.
I don't know if I
Like,
fully
I don't
agree
care
with
what
that,
but I'm not talking about like all the added content. That's great for people who want that stuff. It's just like Overwatch, like them putting all that stuff in there is going to be great for those people. I don't want that. I want I still think it's awesome though. Like I love it, but I can't escape the fact that I'm like, man, this game does not feel any different than 2, and it's fine.
But when you say it doesn't feel any different than 2, like, do you want the game to be vastly different? Like, I didn't think the
No,
gameplay of
but-
Splatoon 2 or 1 is bad.
No, I think it's great. Like that's not the thing. I just feel like it's just kind of the same thing over and over again. But it's fine because it's not like they're doing it every year. It's like every 4 years, I guess. So, I'm always down to reboot fucking Splatoon and get everyone back playing it. So that's fine by me. But this time, like, it's a stupid complaint because I actually love the game, but I just was like thinking about it a lot today while I was playing it. I was like, I feel like I'm just playing 2 right now. I just spent $60 and I feel like I'm just playing 2.
Mike, you were gonna say something?
I found the movie. Overnight delivery.
I'm glad we sorted that out.
Oh, it is Paul Rudd.
Have you
This Paul Rudd was
Wow, 1998.
have you been playing Splatoon 3 yet, Mike?
I didn't buy it yet.
You didn't buy it yet.
What?
You're like the biggest squid out of
It's just Splatoon.
the 4 of us.
He's just a kid.
Yeah, it's one of those games where I feel like I'm gonna play it a lot, or at least in my mind, I would probably play it a lot. So it would make more sense for me to just have it digitally and just have it on my Switch as opposed to going to the store. But at the same time, maybe I want a physical copy. Although physical copies haven't been doing me a lot of favors lately, I can't find my copy of Rock Band. That's a whole other problem.
Yeah, but are
You
you?
want digital.
But hold on, Mike. I understand wanting digital because you want to have it readily in your Switch, ready to go whenever. But what physical game is currently sitting in your Switch?
That's what I thought about today. That's funny you say that.
Either Mario Kart or Smash, whatever one I played last.
Okay, so I feel like if that's what your Switch is going back and forth between, is those two games, I feel like rotating a third one is not that bad.
Was my thought process today, Brendan, when I bought the physical copy. I was like, you know what? What games do I actually put in my fucking disc? At this point, there's none. So
Yeah.
Is it really that bad that I have to switch out one game?
Yeah.
Because I'm probably going to be playing this game straight for like a
That's
while.
what I'm saying.
It's one of the reasons why I never play Ring Fit Adventure. Like, jeez, I gotta fucking pop this game
Fuck,
in.
man. That game was
Mike, you were just making excuses to not work out. Come on. Oh, I gotta change the game. If changing the game to Ring Fit is too much of a hassle for you, newsflash, you don't want to work out. Because Ring Fit is not Ring Fit is a hard workout. It is not easy.
I don't want to work out, but putting that barrier to entry is definitely something that's like, you know what? I'm gonna be doing that, and then I'm gonna play a different
Mike,
card game.
That is not a barrier entry. That is putting a cartridge in a game. If that's the barrier, I'm telling you, you ain't doing crunches. You are not doing crunches when you need to beat the level. You're not going to be doing any of those exercises. Have you? How many times have you played Ring Fit, Mike?
I don't remember. At some point, I took it out because we were playing Smash or something, and I was like, you know what? No.
I for the most part,
I really wish that there was a level in Ring Fit where it was like, all right, put your Switch down, get up, and go get a cartridge from your shelf. Like, walk across the room.
I wish there was, because that would be easier than most of the stuff in there. Like, Ring Fit is a legit hard workout if you play it that way. Like, it is.
Yo, I fucked myself up. I'm telling you, like, I legit stopped playing it and I never went back to it because I only had like 5 exercises updated, like loaded still, and I was just plowing through the campaign, and I got to a point I'm like, I can't do these fucking lunges anymore. I can't fucking do these like squats. I'm like, the next morning I felt like my legs were gonna explode. I'm like, I fucked up. I went way too hard. And
yeah, it's like, it really kicks your fucking ass. Like, it is an actual workout. Like, it is very, very good at what it sets out to do. And it sucks because I kind of want to play the whole game because it's supposed to be like a decent RPG, but I don't know. The mental barrier of like, this is a legit like hard workout is not what I'm trying to do all the time. I mean, I work out every day, but that's like a different set of workouts that I'm not typically doing. It's a lot of like core exercises that my body is not used to. I will never have abs. Let's just say that. Anyways, so you're feeling Splatoon, but you're also not feeling Splatoon.
No, there's no like negative. It's just it doesn't bother me. There's no negativity towards the game. I love the game. I'll probably put like 50 hours into this game, like the last one, if not more. Yeah, no, it's just, and I will gladly pay the price because it's not like they're pumping them out year after year. It's like, you know, more content for other people.
Yeah.
Stuff I don't care about, but yeah, it's the same game though. It's not really different. New game modes, I guess. You know, I think there's just one new game mode as far as like multiplayer.
I don't know if that's true, but I'm also not going to sit here and fight you on it. Like, it is what it is. I mean, it's a sequel to a game that was a sequel to a game that was on a failed system. I mean, it is what it is, but I love Splatoon, and the bare minimum, I'm happy that people are playing it and excited about it right now because hopefully it lasts longer than
every other game.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that. I think that Discord is hopeful. There's a lot of people in there, and there's people playing right now, like playing Splatoon right now.
I jumped into a couple of Jesse's matches earlier and Grayson's. I was just like, you know,
yeah.
You can click on their names. I don't know how accessible it is though. Like if it's just the same as last time.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't received my copy yet, so I don't know. Like, I played in the Splatfest, which was like the, you know, beta or whatever, but I don't really know how exactly it's gonna shake out in the full game if they made any strides to make the internet better. But I'm excited for it. Has anyone else been playing anything else different, or?
I'm this close to having all the clips in Immortality.
Fuck, I haven't got back to that.
I completed Minsky at least, so I got all the
fuck, I'm like, I need one more for Minsky. I'm so annoyed. I can't figure out what the fuck it is.
It's probably the one that I got last. I was like, why was this not available to me? I mean, I understand why, but at the same time.
Yeah.
So, are you at this point, Mike, continuing to play it because you're generally interested in seeing the full extent of the content in here, or are you just trying to unlock all the clips for like to like satisfy some urge in your brain to get them all?
At this point, I am so close. Like, I think at this point I'm missing 5 scenes. I think I'm missing 5 scenes, and then based off of the progression for the 2 other movies I didn't complete, I'm probably missing just 1 scene from each. And I think, I think I have the general idea of what happened in each of those movies, but who knows? Maybe that last clip will be something interesting. Plus, there's that other element that I know you and I had discussed kind of before that I kind of want to see if there's anything more to that.
I did talk with friends of the program, Jesse Vitelli and Eric Van Allen, a little bit about the game since I've finished it, to kind of get where their heads are at and what they've been discussing, because they also kind of went down a deep rabbit hole of like trying to see all the scenes and everything else going on within the game and dissecting it and stuff. And I've read a few things at this point since I've finished the game out there on the internet to like kind of see what people are thinking and dissecting from this game, and I definitely think that some of the stuff me and you talked about is probably relevant, or at least other people are sharing those same types of feelings. I will say this, because since the last episode, I played and beat Immortality in like 1 day or like a day and a half or something. Have you started it yet, Tom? I know you were going to try to do cloud gaming or whatever on it.
No.
Yo, he's busy with PlayStation. Get out of here.
I mean, that's fine. That's fine.
I booted up Last of Us.
I'm pretty sure. Wait, you booted up Last of Us?
Did you really?
How far are you in Last of Us?
Not the new one, right?
No.
Just the remaster or whatever, not the brand new one, not part 1.
How far am I? I don't know. Not very far.
Are you still in Boston?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you?
What do you think so far?
Yeah. What are your like initial thoughts?
It's a game. I haven't done anything yet.
Oh, you're like super early.
Okay.
I mean, spoilers aside, especially for Mike's sake, the opening of the game, did that like fuck you up a little bit?
I'm thinking about it now. Did I start playing that game before? I think I did.
I have no idea, Mike.
I did. I think because I have a vague memory of maybe Joel carrying his daughter
Yeah.
through an area, but I clearly didn't get further than that. I forget what happened.
All right.
I
Well,
forget what happened to me. Not with the story. I forget why it stopped. What I think is like legitimately like the first thing you do in the game.
yeah. Did the beginning opening of the game hit you at all, Dom, or no?
Like the portion that Mike was just discussing?
Yeah, like the opening. Yeah, the opening of the game. Yeah. Like before the time skip.
I mean, it's tough because it's been 10 years, 7 years, however long it's been since the game first came out.
Yeah, I don't know, 2013, maybe 2015. I don't know. Definitely not later than 2015. I don't think. Maybe 2013.
So I like was looking at everything that was happening, and I was like, well, obviously something needs to change like very quickly here.
Yeah.
Right.
So like I guess like time has like ruined the opening, but
That's fair. I mean, just knowing the basic premise of the game, I feel like you could make some logical leaps in your brain about like clearly something has to happen here at this point of this game.
Just
Damn.
playing through it though, it's so fucking good.
I know it is funny because
that's all I can think about. I've played that game like 5 times already, and like I'm enjoying every second of it.
I will say I do appreciate in that like opening, like the pre-time jump. I do appreciate how the game keeps you on a linear path.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where it like has like it'll like literally have like a car accident like block off of the path and like you can't go that way.
I feel like that's kind of par for the course for Naughty Dog. Is like they want to push you on a cinematic line.
Like watching the road get blocked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It
Last of Us 2 has like a little bit of open world, but nothing crazy. But like, it's just the right amount.
Last of Us 2 definitely like has sections that open up on purpose, and then it also then funnels you back into like it clearly wants to show you things, and it wants to make sure you see things. I mean, one has a lot of optional dialogue that you can miss if you're not exploring areas, because you'll be in situations where, like, while you're exploring and like playing the game, Ellie will like say something, and you can then turn to stop and look and like press triangle and engage with her, and you can completely miss all that dialogue. And I don't know how much I missed of that in my first playthrough, but after we talked on last week, and we kind of like lightly said, let's all play this game before the end of the year, I am probably like almost halfway through playing the game already, because I started part 1, the new remake of the game, and was hooked to the point where I almost fully completed Boston in one play session. Like, I was like, okay, I guess I'm stuck here now. I'm just gonna keep playing this game because fuck, it's getting me good already. But now I'm like not trying to 100% the game, but I'm definitely trying to like get more of those Joel and Ellie moments, because there's some really good moments.
Oh yeah, there's a lot, and I'm getting like, I'm literally like, there's parts where like I got to the two brothers part right now.
Philadelphia.
And then,
yeah.
when he's like follow me, and like you can just run through stuff, but if you like don't follow him right away, and like you can shiv a door, and there's like stuff in there that I was like, holy shit, I never knew this existed. It was like a huge like everything you need, and then there was a line of dialogue in there, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, I'm looking over every little spot in this room. I'm trying to make it.
I'm not going maybe that in depth, but I'm definitely trying to get as many of the optional dialogue like windows, just because knowing how the whole 2 games plays out at this point, I like care even more about their relationship and their dynamic. So like, especially early game, like throughout the course of this game, then I'll not say anything more about the game to influence your opinion or thoughts on it at all. But like, I think it has a very good progression of these 2 characters.
Yeah, well, I think it sucks.
It stinks.
But yeah, I'm hooked back in. I am also in Philadelphia, so you're like, Todd and I are basically like kind of neck and neck with where we're at. I'm waiting for Philadelphia to floor me, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's pissing me off because there's so many other games I want to play, and I was not expecting this to suck me in as much as it did.
Yeah, and I'm playing downstairs because
it looks great. It plays great.
It does look really good. I'm playing it downstairs because I'm forcing Jen to like somewhat pay attention while I'm playing it. Even though I'm gonna also force her to watch the show with me, so maybe I shouldn't force her to watch the game, but whatever. I'm not forcing her to watch the game, but playing it downstairs.
Isaac, right?
No. Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
Pedro Pascal. Okay.
Yeah. I forget the actress that's playing Ellie in the show.
She's from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I forget her name though.
Which one?
The girl who was like a badass, like she was in charge of people. The younger girl. She was like super young. I can't remember her name.
What do they call her? The little bear?
Something like that. Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember her either. I mean, I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't wait for the show. I think the show's gonna be really good. It might be like it could end up being the best like video game TV
HBO's
show.
A great place for it to go to, because they usually have quality shows. It's very rare that HBO puts out a show that's a fucking stinker.
I mean, they also like, it would be a really smart thing for them to try to knock out of the park, because Sony seems to want to like continue to develop like movies and TV shows for their games. So if this, fucking cranks it, like HBO could be primed to be just like the location for Sony like game TVs and movies and stuff. So could be a big win for HBO, for them to like, I feel like it's a big incentive for them to like make sure it gets done well, because if they do, whatever, I mean, I guess they're already doing Uncharted movies, but if they did like, I don't know, a God of War show, I think there is a God of War show in production.
There is.
It's an animated show, right?
No, it's regular.
Oh, I didn't know. Maybe I thought it was anime. I don't know. Anyways, we're all over the place right now. I'll quickly say I blasted through Immortality in like 4 or 5 hours.
Game of the year.
I struggle to know how to feel about it still. I think I'm at the point where I don't know if I love the game itself that much. I really enjoy the concept of it. And then I struggle with, am I just not smart enough to understand why this is good? Like, there's a lot going on, and, you know, maybe it's just not meant for everyone. And I don't think it's bad, but I feel like there are people who are, like, gleaning a lot deeper meaning out of stuff that's happening. And I feel like
Yeah, I think that's.
I'm not necessarily vibing with it in that type of way.
It's not even really a game. It's an interactive story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I struggle to call it a game because it, like, right now, like I said.
I mean, that's kind of the same thing with We Are OFK. Like, it's hard to call We Are OFK a game, but it's like a really good thing that I would recommend. So I could, like, understand why people would say that about Immortality.
I've beaten the game, but here I am trying to complete, you know, this thing that's in the game. I don't know if I can call it. Like, even now I'm thinking, like, do I call getting the clips a part of the game or whatever? Like,
I feel like it has a lot of, like...
Getting all the clips isn't necessary. I'm trying to do it, but it's essentially luck of the draw at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I think part of the appeal, too, is
a real strategy to it.
It's very much like
there's
Kubrick.
a light strategy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very Kubrick. It's very fucking David Lynch. It's like got like a lot of symbolism, fucking shit like that, and it's right up my alley. It's like, give me more games like this.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can definitely see why it would appeal to someone like you. Like, I can see why you're all about it.
And like, honestly, it makes me want to try Telling Lies and actually put some effort into Telling Lies now, because people say that game's really good too. So maybe I should just go back and give it a shot.
Yeah.
Get my girl in it.
I gotta play the not David Lynch, the fucking David Wallace game still.
From The Office?
Who killed Uncle? I can't remember what the whole name of it.
Is this from The Office
or something? No, it's a video game. The actor that plays David Wallace plays the uncle.
Oh, okay. All right. I was so confused. Like, this is a game from The Office that because I was like racking my brain. I'm like, I feel like I would know this random bit of trivia. Anyways, outside of that, because we're running kind of long here already. Outside of that, I planned on getting, and I'll keep this anecdote short. I plan on getting the TMNT Cowabunga collection at some point, just because, like, oh yeah, I like the Ninja Turtles. You know, this is a collection of like pretty much all of the games from any arcade to NES to Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis and Game Boy. I don't know if there's any Game Gear games on there. But it's a hefty collection of a lot of games that are kind of lost to time at this point because they're licensed. Konami doesn't really seem like the company that's trying to really revitalize those. I'm sure it also gets kind of pricey because they got to deal with Nickelodeon for licensing. But I know Dom had picked it up, and then I was listening to 2 different podcasts last week that briefly talked about the collection. Actually, one of them was just literally an episode on the collection, which is like what really kind of pushed the hand to be like, fuck no, I need to buy this week. And it was basically them kind of talking about some of the things I just said, where it's like, this is a game that like will probably never happen again for these games, just simply because of licensing, and a lot of these games are more obscure and like don't really need to have a reason to be brought forward other than for preservation purposes, which is not really the forefront of most companies. So like a lot of these games are kind of just lost to time if you don't have physical copies, or I guess if you got ROMs of them on on PC or whatnot. But it's a nice package. It has a lot of love and care put in there. The team that worked on it, Digital Eclipse, it does a good job with these types of collections. Like, they've done the Mega Man Legacy collections, and I think they did the Street Fighter, not the anniversary, but the other one, the one that has
the KO bundle.
So it's a
Capcom KO bundle or whatever.
I don't know.
Beat 'em up bundle, is that what it's called?
Oh, I don't know if they did the beat 'em up bundle. But there's the Street Fighter like 30th anniversary collection that is like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha, and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. I think they might have worked on that, or at least worked on. I don't know if they did the whole thing, but regardless, there's like a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot of really cool stuff like in the archive and the museum part of it, where it's like design docs and all this stuff that like basically they asked Konami like what was available and what they had like in their archives and storage, and Konami it was like just dropped fucking stacks and stacks of like all of these design documents that were previously not really made public, and they fucking scanned all of them and put all of them into the fucking game. So it has like a lot of cool just archival stuff in there. But I will say, for someone who has a fondness for some of these turtle games, because I played them a lot growing up, especially Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES, which I poured a shit ton of time into, like an ungodly amount of time into this game, and I really don't think I had ever got past the second level. I know Todd and I have talked about this. I don't know about on the podcast, but the dam level, which is the second level, because you played a lot of that game too, Todd.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that I have beat that game now. Not on my own.
I don't even know if I want to play it.
No, it is frustrating. It is frustrating. But thankfully, there are two things in there. There's the rewind option, which a lot of like kind of these types of collections have, where it's like you can rewind like 15 seconds or whatever. But they also have something in there called like the play it option or something, where they have someone that works with them that literally basically plays through each game perfectly, and you can just watch them play it, and at any point you can just press like whatever button and start playing from that point. And those two features are what helped me get to the end of this game, because there were just points where I was like hard stuck. I'm like, no, I can't. I know I cannot. I can maybe get through this, but I really don't have the time and energy to like really sink into trying to master this. But the other thing that I thought was really interesting about this is that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES, that specific game, the first game, is the best selling non-Nintendo game on the NES. I did not know that.
That makes sense though, because like that I'm trying to remember when that game came out. Did it come out around
1989.
1989. One of the movies.
I don't know. Early 90s.
Yeah.
The first TMNT movie was 1990, I think.
Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, tons of hype behind those things.
I mean, yeah, the turtles were huge at that time. Like when I'm so happy for this collection, like besides the fact that like the games are cool, collection's cool, and I get to revisit some of these games that I haven't played in fucking ages, specifically this one. And finally got to see the whole game, because I've never like watched a video of the rest of this game. So like the rest of that game after the dam was all new to me. I've never seen any part of that game. But like it unlocked this thing in my brain when I immediately turned the game on. Like the music kicked on, all these things that like I haven't heard in so long, and then I immediately like remembered how to play that first section of the game, and like it was just like it awakened like a very weird nostalgia in me that I have kind of not forgot about, but like the Turtles were a huge part of my childhood, and I feel like I never really think about it that way. But like that replaying this game just made me like go, oh no, like I was really into the fucking Turtles at the time. Like I loved those movies. I watched the cartoon. Me and my brothers had like a shit ton of turtle toys. Like fucking the Turtles were like the thing for us. Outside of like the other thing for me would have been Mario, but it was like Mario and the fucking Turtles were my jam. Anyways, I don't know. I'm really happy with this collection. I'm happy I bought it.
I heard the co-op's trash though.
I haven't tried to play anything online. I don't know if it's good or not.
Yeah, they got like low marks basically because they said it's like unplayable.
No, that sucks. Regardless, I'm happy. Like I'm gonna probably slowly now play through just the rest of the games, because there are a lot of games in this collection that I've never played. Like the Game Boy ones, I don't think I ever had those. There's a Sega Genesis one that I definitely never had, because I didn't really have a Sega for a long time as a kid. It was like a later addition into our household at some point. I don't know. It's fucking cool. It's a good collection. I would recommend, if you care about the Turtles, like picking it up at some point, because one day that will get delisted, and then that will probably be the end of those games ever coming back out at some point.
I could still probably have my NES cartridge of fucking Ninja Turtles.
That's I like the box art of that. Like, it's simple. Like, it's just like the four of them with like red. They're all wearing red. Was that like the comic style back then? That were all had the same colors. Like, the colors weren't what they initially were. They were all in red bandanas.
In the comics, yeah, I think in the
I think
comics
they were black and white for a while.
Yeah, the comics were definitely black and white for a while. So
I think the movies may have been what gave them the color. I can't.
No, I think the cartoon.
The cartoon might have, because
the cartoon might have been the one that did it.
the other interesting thing about the collection is, I forget what button it is on Xbox. I don't know, maybe it's Y or something. But when you're on the game selection screen, you can press. There's a button to press that will switch it to. They went through and like did all of the box art and manuals and stuff for both the English version and the Japanese version of the game. So like when you switch to the Japanese box art, in most scenarios, it's like the Japanese box art is usually like happier, colorful turtles, and the American box art is usually like angry turtles, white eye turtles, and a few of them have just the red bandanas.
Do you know where the Ninja Turtles came from?
Maine, right? New Hampshire? Maine?
Well, the origin in the story. They are made of the same mutagen that blinded Daredevil.
Huh.
Poor baby turtles. That's it. That whole scene in the original movie when they're like explaining the backstory. He said his phrase, and then they spoke pizza. It's like the first word they say, and it's like the most ridiculous.
All right, the two things I want to say. Number one, yeah, I forget the whole backstory thing. Other than, when I say the whole backstory, I mean like the intent of the authors when they created TMNT. But I know that they were doing something with Daredevil. That's why like the clan is called the Foot as opposed to
versus the Hand.
That fight Daredevil.
They were never a Marvel comic, right?
Yes.
No.
They were. I think they were at the beginning.
Oh.
I thought at the beginning they were.
I thought at the beginning they were independent.
I think they were independent. I'm not 100% sure on that. But
And that they were. I think they were definitely IDW for a while too.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've jumped around a lot. I mean,
yeah. Well, they've changed hands a lot too. I'm pretty sure one of the creators is not involved with the Turtles at all anymore. At some point, I watched. I think it was the Toys That Made Us Ninja Turtles episode, and they go into like. I'm pretty sure one of the creators is not even in this like documentary because he's that removed from like whatever goes on in Turtle Land.
Yeah. The second thing I want to say is, when I was a kid, the coolest fucking thing was the Foot Clan's hideout in that first live action movie.
Yeah, they had like the arcade and everything. Yeah. Skateboarding on
was
ramps and stuff. Yeah. Oh,
shit.
so it's like that's where I want to
go there.
All right, so who's picking TMNT 1990 for their movie? That's the fucking real question.
So
Listen, I'd love to, but it's we've all
Mirage.
Yeah, but we haven't. I haven't watched that since Mike. I definitely haven't watched that past being a teenager. Like, I don't think I've ever revisited that movie as an adult.
It holds up too. It definitely holds up.
I haven't watched it in a while. It was one of the few movies I owned.
It's like gritty, it's gritty in a weird way. Like the whole Raphael story in the first one, when he gets the shit kicked out of him, and like
he's running.
Yeah, like dude, it's very it's very
he's like in the bathtub, and then
he's like all bleeding,
like draws him and shit.
Yeah.
I will say Jen pulled up a clip from I think TMNT 2. Is that called Secret of the Ooze?
Ice one.
Yeah. She pulled up a clip of that because she was like, "Oh, I want to show you a clip from this movie," and because I was like, I haven't seen these fucking movies in forever. Like, I couldn't tell you the plot really. I couldn't tell you really anything about these movies. Even though, like, again, growing up, I watched these movies probably a fucking bajillion times. I've always in my brain like, no, I like the live action. Like, I like the Jim Henson like creations for these turtles on the screen, and I still do. But the brief clip we watched of part 2, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, the faces are very, very what's the word I'm looking for? They're like very kind of overly animated to a point where it's like, how did this not fucking scare me as a child? Because they're like kind of overly animated, like not in a bad way. I think it looks good still, like for being an old movie.
What do you mean animated?
Like their faces are just like overly animated. Like they just have like a lot of like movement to them.
Very articulated, like a
Yeah,
lot.
very articulate. Yeah. Anyways, TMNT collection.
We forgot Splinter and Stick, by the way. That was the other connection.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. I wonder why. I'm kind of curious. I might read more about that. It's kind of interesting
I used
to
to
me.
know why they did it, but or not why, but like maybe. You know,
What if
some more on that? But
what if there's like has like a Daredevil comic or anything ever referenced the Turtles in a backwards way, or in an outward way?
I don't know.
not that I know of. If they did, it would probably be like a very minor, like, "Hey, I got some turtles" kind of thing. Like someone walks in and is like, "Hey, I got some turtles, guys." Never did like a full blown.
What if there was like a light Turtles cameo / Easter egg in the new Daredevil show coming to the MCU, and then the Turtles were like,
I was just reading that apparently they were trying to make some Elektra crossover happen, but I don't know.
Yeah, I heard about that.
they've done comics with Batman, right? They've done Batman and Ninja Turtle crossovers, right? Yeah.
And the turtles are in. Are they in? No,
They're in Mortal Kombat, I think.
They're in Mortal Kombat. That's
I don't think they're in Injustice. I'm pretty sure it's Mortal Kombat, which I guess is kind of similar. They have.
I think they're in the same game that Joker's in.
Oh, is Joker in one of the Mortal Kombat games? Oh, then yeah, maybe
And the
they're
Batman Who Laughs is a character too. I think in one of the.
interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Fucking good shit. I'm a fan. I'm excited to play through some of these. Like after I finally beat that, I booted up. Naturally, I booted up Turtles in Time next. But I'm gonna probably play the next game in succession and not go right to Turtles in Time. But fuck, man, music is so good. Like the pixel art in a lot of these games holds up really fucking well. It's fucking real good. And for like some of these games that have an arcade version and like a Super Nintendo version, they put both of the versions in there, so like you can play like they are different in ways. I don't know. It's a fucking good collection. Is anyone playing anything else before we can briefly talk about the Disney thing and then wrap things up? Because we just blew through that whole topic. We could just table it and do like a D23 episode next week if that's what we want to do.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, D23 has just started, so if we want to like actually talk about it in full detail, it might make sense to do it after.
Why? How long is it?
Finishes.
At least a couple days. I don't know if it's a full week or not,
Oh, really?
but yeah, I mean it's day 1 today, so like
Oh, wait. We should be getting like a ton of Marvel stuff too. Or?
yeah. Oh, supposedly, yeah, we should be.
Tomorrow's the
Okay.
movie.
Did you watch?
Oh, okay.
Did you watch? Actually, no. You definitely didn't. I was gonna ask if you watched Thor yet. 'Cause now it's out on.
I only watched like the first 10 minutes. I put it on when I was here with Liam, and he wasn't caring, and I was like, I'll wait to watch it with Amanda.
Yeah, Jen's sister's here, so I can't watch it tonight. I mean, I could watch it tonight after this, but I'm probably not going to.
Cobra Kai's top priority. We're gonna probably plow through that whole season tomorrow night.
Gross.
Get out of here. You know you can't wait to watch it.
No, I can't. But I'm probably gonna watch Thor before I watch anything, to be honest. Yeah, we'll just.
I heard the only issue with Thor is that they don't like. It's not like funny. There's no jokes in it or anything. It's mostly like serious.
Listen.
It's just a straightforward drama.
The movie is here at this point.
I've compared it a lot to Schindler's List.
Yeah. It's a real Sophie's Choice.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. All right. Well, if you were
Do you have any serious movies that aren't involving World War II? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, The Pianist.
Okay.
serious movies that don't involve World War II?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Pianist was also World War II, right?
I have no idea. I know Brody's in there. Yeah, Adrian Brody.
Yo, Adrian. Yeah. So if you were listening to this, I think I probably brought up the D23 at the beginning of the episode. Spoiler: we're not going to talk about D23. So, if you were
Can we get back to Cobblers and start talking about that again?
actually, yes, I will say today, somebody in the industry who I respect screenshotted last week's episode on their podcast thing on their phone because they were listening to it and texted it to me, and I looked at it and I was just like, follow the episodes. Like, I know they probably don't. I mean, maybe they do listen to the episode like the show regularly. I don't think they do, but like for that to be the one that they like pulled up, I'm like, fucking nailed it. Like fucking the cobbler episode.
We're just spreading awareness for the shoe
trying to get some fucking
shoe repair industry.
Fucking. I mean, we could shoehorn in the game stuff because it wasn't that long, and then we can just talk about
shoehorn.
God damn it! Let's just quickly talk about the D23 game stuff, just so we can bang it out. And then, I mean, we'll probably end up talking about Marvel for fucking an hour next time. So, here's my brief take on this: is that there was a point in time where Disney was putting out a lot more video game stuff with all their types of properties, and they had Disney Interactive and game studios and dedicated people working on the stuff. Then they kind of got rid of all that for a long time, and then they were weird with licensing, where like with Star Wars they locked it into a long-term deal with EA. Marvel, they kind of moved away from that and started to be like, all right, we're gonna let people pitch Marvel games and work on them. Like we got Insomniac Spider-Man, Miles Morales, we got,
and then we're gonna have PlayStation throw a boatload of money at the games.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget about Crystal Dynamics, greatest version of Marvel ever.
I mean, listen, the Avengers game is not wonderful. There are definitely people that fucking go to bat for that game. Oh yeah, no, you played a lot of it. I mean, it had some of it had its merits, but like at the end of the day, well, not only that, but like think about this. Like think about if they were still doing the way they were structuring their licensing deals, it could have been a situation where Crystal Dynamics / Square had the rights to the Avengers for like a block of time. So like it could have been much worse. Like we wouldn't have got Ultimate Alliance 3. We wouldn't be getting. We could potentially wouldn't have gotten. Well, I guess we would have. I guess if it was tied in because Guardians of the Galaxy was made by Square. But like there are other Marvel games that may or may not exist if they were locking things into deals like that. Insomniac's making a Wolverine game, right? Insomniac's making that game.
Yeah. Yep.
So there are things that can exist outside of that. There are mobile things. There are other things coming out. Marvel's Midnight Suns maybe wouldn't have been a game if things were locked into licensing deals like they did with Star Wars. And now that Star Wars is coming out of that, we're getting, we're still gonna get a Jedi Fallen Order sequel from EA Respawn, but we also now have the option to get like, I think Ubisoft is working on a Star Wars game. I think there might be another Star Wars game that's announced from someone, I forget. We're getting a KOTOR remake that I know just got like canceled, but I think it is kind of in the back end of being.
It's not even worth talking about Star Wars games right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that Jedi
Fallen Order.
Jedi.
Does it have a name?
Yeah.
It does have a name.
Jedi
Survivor. Jedi Survivor.
Jedi Survivor is coming out. Other than that, everything else is kind of up in the air.
Yeah, but at least the ability exists.
We're getting that like weird arena game.
Oh, that's right. It's like a free-to-play brawler or something?
Yeah.
Is that not out yet? I thought it came out.
I don't think it's officially out yet.
Jesus, just the amount of movies they dropped today. I didn't even realize that. Like I'm like just checking stuff now.
Oh, I didn't look at any other info other than just the game stuff today. I didn't see
Inside Out 2, fucking a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. So we'll cover like the broader strokes of D23 on the next episode at some point. But
we're getting a Mufasa movie directed by
Peter Pan and Wendy.
Yeah.
Directed by the guy that directed Moonlight.
Oh, really?
Interesting. So is it a character study or whatever you guys hate?
Yep. I don't know. It's a movie about a fucking lion.
Is it live action?
It's probably CGI. It's a prequel. I think it's a prequel to the live action Lion King.
Oh, wonderful. Favreau's not involved. He got the axe because Lion King didn't do well.
Quentin Tarantino's doing Peter Pan and Wendy.
Did you say Tarantino is doing Peter Pan and Wendy?
Hell yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We're gonna get some Wendy feet in this movie.
I don't know
We're
what.
gonna get all sorts of feet. Nobody's wearing shoes in this movie.
I mean, I feel like the people on that island probably don't wear shoes.
No.
What are they called? The Lost Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like my overall take is that like
he's gonna have some trouble with the mermaids though.
he's just gonna make them be feet. They'll be merman.
They'll just
Just
be
one
giant
giant
feet
foot.
instead of flippers.
I'm to kind of like circle back to the point I was saying is like I'm happy to see that Disney / Marvel / Lucas / everything else they fucking own has at least some people in charge at this point that are trying to make concerted efforts to like make good games or like let their properties be used by studios that want to intend to make good games. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully this is like a sign of things to come. I think overall this showcase was kind of whatever. I think Blessing killed it. Like Blessing like fucking knocked it out of the park hosting this. Like I hope he gets more opportunities like this because he was a good host. It was snappy. He had good energy on the screen. But I feel like there's a lot of mobile stuff, which is fine. But like, I feel like it's just something that doesn't necessarily appeal to the people that care about these types of showcases or the people that are tuning into these showcases looking for certain things.
I think the problem is that everyone came to the showcase
for those big
wanting
games.
to see Wolverine and Survivor and whatever else, but those games aren't going to be shown at a D23.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that like you're right. Like those games are going to be shown at a State of Play or the Game Awards or wherever other like bigger game thing for the platform they're going to be on. Like that Mickey Mouse and Friends game looks like it could be really fucking good, but that I feel like would have hit way harder in a Nintendo Direct than being here.
It probably will be in a Nintendo Direct.
That's true. It probably will, but
we didn't really get anything. We just got like what the story is going to be.
Yeah.
Like the fact that it's going to be a platform of some sort.
Is that like the animation style that they're using for a show or something right now?
That is the Mickey Mouse show on.
I kind of like it.
It's on Disney Plus right now.
I kind of like it. It's like different.
I forget what the show is actually called.
But that looks like it could be a fun platformer. Like, I forget the studio that was working on it, but I think I recognize the name. I think they may have worked on. Fuck, I forget. They definitely worked on something that I have played. Oh, maybe they worked on that Battletoads game for the reboot for Xbox because that studio looks familiar. But yeah, I mean that game looked fine. I mean they showed off a little bit more Midnight Suns and gave like I think that's the full playable roster maybe as well as a release date for December. They teased a new Amy Hennig Captain America Black Panther game that takes place in World War II, but it was just a quick cinematic thing. I don't know like how to feel about that game. Are you excited about that, Dom?
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't be.
I'm not saying I'm not.
Is it like exclusive or is it just?
I don't think it said that.
I don't think it said it either.
Yeah, but they didn't really show much. So I guess I'm just confused as to why that specific like storyline. Is that like a big comic storyline, the two of them in World War II?
I think they have had like the Black Panther, not T'Challa, but this is his grandfather, I believe it is.
Okay.
I believe they had like running in the comics.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean like a dope single player like Black Panther Cap game that has a studio that has a pedigree behind it for making like cinematic single player action adventure games. That's very hopeful to me. But yeah, a lot of mobile stuff in here. Not a lot of things that made me sit back and be like, oh wow, that was a great show. Which maybe again it didn't need to be that. It's part of D23. There's a million announcements going on in the grand scheme of things. The video game announcements here for D23's purposes are probably, you know, I wouldn't say the lowest of the totem pole, but I mean, I feel like D23's probably biggest hitters are MCU and Star Wars, unless I'm missing something, Dom.
Pixar?
Yeah, Pixar.
But is that like big
Disney in
do big
general.
Pixar announcements usually come out of D23? Like
D23's big announcements are usually park announcements.
interesting. Okay. So yeah, I mean, video game announcements are new. They don't really typically focus on video game stuff.
This is their first Disney Games panel. It's the
Yeah.
first year that they've had that. What is that even what the branch is called? Disney Games?
I think it's called Disney Games, yeah.
This is the first year for it.
Yeah. So I'm hopeful. I hope it's just really at the end of the day like an energized focus on like making or either making or letting good studios make games based on Disney, Star Wars, Lucas, you know, whatever. There was too much Avatar in there for me to care. Like I don't even care if the Avatar stuff is actually good or cool. I just don't care.
RPG
I just don't care.
We are getting a shooting game Avatar. Like
every time that it was
for it, but I'm excited.
Every time it was an Avatar thing, I was just like, nope, all set. There was a trailer for Mirrorverse, which I didn't even know that was going to be a game. I've seen those toys in fucking Target for like, I feel like forever, and now has it always been a game that's been worked on? I don't even know what the fuck it is.
I thought it was meant to be.
I've been playing it for a while. I think I mentioned it on the podcast.
I mean, that's probable. I probably brought up Mirrorverse toys at some point, and then you probably said you were playing it. Is it good?
Oh,
yeah, it's a phone game.
Yeah.
It's like a RPG phone game.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to poo-poo on, you know, mobile games. I play Pokemon Go every fucking day again. So, but like mobile games are a specific thing.
You didn't talk about the Niantic game.
Well, that's kind of what was going to segue. I was going to say like I don't think I was aware that Niantic was working on a Marvel game.
So it's a mobile game though?
Yeah, it's a Niantic game. It's like a Pokemon Go type game. I don't think Niantic's ever made a non-mobile game. I think they're like primarily a mobile studio or like AR. Is that what that Pokemon Go is, an AR game? I feel like there's another name for it. I think there's another name for it for games that like take you out into the real world. I think there is because they had at least one game before Pokemon Go that was like not a licensed game that people do like. And I think that style of game has like a specific type of genre attached to it that maybe it is augmented reality. But regardless, I don't know. The showcase was fine. Like it wasn't anything special in my opinion, but I'm happy again at the end of the day to see like an effort to make, you know, strides back into gaming.
I do wonder if part of their not being able to show like a ton of Kingdom Hearts or a ton of Survivor or a ton of
Survivor?
Wolverine.
Jedi Survivor.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was like, what? I mean, like, because I believed that Disney would just own Survivor. Maybe they do. I don't even know. I think it's an NBC. I think it's a CBS show, so they don't own Survivor. But
The series is called Jedi. The game is called Survivor. So
okay.
I thought he was talking about the band.
I'm gonna continue to refer to it as Survivor.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Don't change.
Wait, the TV show hosted by Jeff Probst?
Yes. I wonder if part of that is that, like, they weren't a thing at that point when all those games got announced and like just started development. Disney gaming wasn't a thing. So I wonder if like there's already been deals like, hey, we're gonna make this, like, we have rights to announce this at this panel, and we have rights to do like. I wonder if it's part of an agreement already with Sony or an agreement with EA, or you know what I mean.
I think
they already have their.
I think it definitely is like it's like we have all these things that we, you know, maybe have the ability to show something new or showcase here again, but is this the right place to do this? And I feel like for certain games, You know,
Well, I wonder if in the future this will be the place that they do that. It's just that like this year,
Baby
those
steps.
other companies have the rights to like, hey, we already said that we were going to show this at, I don't know, Summer Game Fest, which has already passed.
Yeah.
But, like,
Game
you know
Awards.
what I mean?
Game
Like,
Awards would be
yeah,
probably the next
Game
thing. Yeah.
Awards, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, or again, like there could be an Xbox or PlayStation showcase that we're not aware of, and it's like, nope, that's gonna happen then. I mean, so like I understand that, and I can definitely again see like this specific showcase. Who knows what the viewership is gonna look like? Who knows the penetration it has? I mean, obviously it's Disney, so they have money to get it out there, but like the audience that's tuning into the Game Awards is tuning into the Game Awards mostly to just watch the fucking ads, watch the world premieres. So like that's going to be the place where if you really want to show something off and you have the money to do it, and Disney does, like that's the place to be like, we can own the conversation with Kingdom Hearts if we want to here, if we have the right thing to show. Whereas is it going to get lost in a sea of Pixar, Disney, MCU, Star Wars announcements over here in a thing that might not even get the video game audience viewership that we need it to get? You know what I mean?
Well, this is their first year doing this.
Yeah,
So
it's a test run.
If they put it out there this year to essentially say like, hey, we're going to start doing this.
Yeah. Damn, Todd just said I can't believe Dom's got that Disney armor.
I'm not saying that the showcase was great. Like, I'm excited for the platformer Mickey game, and I'll try that Niantic game. But
yeah, I'll probably download the
I'm
Niantic
just saying,
game.
like,
but
it's the first year for this. I'm wondering if in the future they don't show more.
Yeah, for me, it's like my biggest takeaway from this is what I've been saying from the beginning is the optimism that this is like going to be a bigger focus for them going forward is the game space, because they, unfortunately, for better or for worse, own so much now. So like if they're not taking good care of Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, and the video game space, we all suffer for that because they own all that shit. So like if they're not really caring about that aspect of those properties, we kind of all lose. Which I really think is kind of the bread and butter of that EA deal was they didn't have Disney Interactive anymore. They were kind of like moving away from interactive media in that regard, and they were like, all right, let's just let fucking this company that wants to, buy the licensing rights for fucking 10 years or whatever the deal was for, and we don't have to worry about those games. Maybe we have a say, maybe we're in, the general broad strokes boardroom meetings about certain things, but we're not making these games. We're not worried about, the cost of making these games, the labor, the everything else going into it. We can just collect that check. So I'm happy. The person that I think, I don't know if they're the in charge of Disney Games branch, or if they're just like kind of high up in that role, is an ex PlayStation person. So they do have a video game person there. I don't know why I can't fucking remember his name right now. His name's John. I don't know why I can't fucking remember his name right now.
D-La La is the studio that's making the Mickey game, and they did make Battletoads, the new one.
Okay,
and
yes, that's why I knew it.
The game is called Illusion Island, which I'm wondering if it's going to have any sort of story lines from Castle of Illusion.
So the name, like when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, like there's definitely at least appealing to that, that old naming convention, those were Capcom games. There was more than one platformer, and there was like Mickey Mouse Capades, maybe Castle of Illusion, and I'm sure there were more, but I kind of like those games. John Drake is vice president of games at Disney, so he's an ex PlayStation. Oh, and Harmonix. So video game background over at Disney, helping them make video game decisions, which is good to see. Anything else to say about the games aspect of this? I know you, Mike and Todd, were kind of just looking at highlights and not really tuning into the whole show for that. So I don't know if there was anything you saw or anything we talked about that like piqued your interest or not, or if I mean, I think that kind of appeals to the point that we were both making, though, Dom, is that I don't know about Mike, but Todd wasn't even fully aware that this game showcase was happening today. So, like, that, I think, kind of
I'm just
show.
waiting for Midnight Sun. That's it.
Yeah, well, you got a December release date now, so.
There you go.
And again, I think they may have revealed the full roster of heroes in it today. I don't know if all of those characters were.
They also announced that they'll be doing a shorts thing prior to the game releasing. So they'll be like doing like little short like videos of like the story essentially, like the lead up.
Yeah. And I think, which I don't know if it's true or not, but I think in the showcase they said that this is the first Marvel game where you have a hero that is a Marvel hero that you are creating.
Correct. Hunter.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I wonder what they'll do with that in the future. If it's going to be like,
I think they called it the first customizable Marvel hero.
Yeah, something like that. All right. Well, that brings us to everyone's favorite time of the evening, where we play a game we like to call What's in the Box. A game where I pull 3 games off the back of my shelf, sometimes run off the internet. I read the back of the box. The panel has to guess what that game is based on what I say, and whoever gets it gets the point. The leaderboard for the year so far has Dom sitting at the top at 44, Todd behind him at 37, Mike behind Todd at 31, and a bunch of guess points on the board. Without further ado, game number 1. The biggest, most exciting blank adventure yet. New, different worlds. New, exciting levels. New challenges galore. Fight monsters and mini-bosses. Avoid ghosts and the blank. Make your way through water and quicksand. Dodge cannonballs and bullets and rescue...
New Super Mario Brothers U?
No. And rescue... No. And rescue the blanks...
Oh, I'm sorry, Luigi's Mansion 3.
No. The blanks blank.
Oh, I'm sorry, Luigi's Mansion 4.
No. It's not a Luigi's Mansion game. In blank, there are more blanks and more chances at extra lives and new special blanks. The blank lets you fly and knock...
New Super Mario Brothers?
No, and knock out blank. The blank helps you out blank.
Super Mario Brothers 3?
It is indeed Super Mario Brothers 3. Todd gets the point.
You kept saying new before everything, so I just assumed it was going to be one of the new.
Yeah, that is actually...
Games are always titled that way, or like...
That's not a bad guess right there. All right, let me pull up the next game here for game number 2. Todd gets the point on the first game. The world's largest army of blank is under your control. Assemble your blank. Okay, hold on. Assemble your blank member strike force from over 20 blank. Become your favorite legends that interact with more than 140 characters in this epic blank.
A lot of blank.
Mm-hmm. Innovative combat. What's up?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Innovative combat. Determine the fate of the blank. Online cooperative and competitive modes. On this console, I'm omitting the name of the console. On this console, I guess it doesn't matter. On PlayStation 3, HD graphics in 1080p, 6-axis wireless controller for dynamic gameplay, 2 extra playable blank.
you say the beginning again? Because I already forgot what you said at the beginning.
The world's largest army of blank blank is under your control.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
It is indeed Marvel
Oh,
Ultimate
good guess.
Alliance. Dom gets the point. We never did that before, right?
No.
We did the new one.
No.
Probably.
Might have done it.
I was waiting for it to... Yeah, because I said Black Order for the extra point. I was waiting for it to be Black Order, actually.
Right.
Okay, alright. Fucking tough guy over here. Thinks he's
I
fucking...
want to get back to Black Order at some point.
I also want to finish it, so if anybody wants to co-op that, I would like to finish that game at some point, because I never did. I'd play the DLC. I'll buy the DLC too and play it if someone wants. Was it Midnight Suns DLC, or was it just those characters?
Marvel Knights was a pack.
Oh, man, I'm thinking of Knights.
X-Men was a pack.
Did they all have, like, story missions? Like,
I think so.
Was that game successful?
it's probably, I was
I
probably...
think it did well when it first came out, at least.
Alliance 3 sales. For a Switch exclusive, I'm sure it did well.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba. I'm trying to find. I can't find quick information. I don't know. The last update that I'm seeing is from 2020. I don't even remember when this game came out. Said that it reached 1 million sales, which is actually not wonderful sounding. But I don't know if it's just for Nintendo first party stuff or all Nintendo games, but they don't release, at least for Nintendo first party. I don't know if they do it for the whole platform. They don't release digital sales, or they don't like count those in their numbers. So like when they say Splatoon 3 has sold 5 million copies, it's sold more because they don't include digital sales in that. But I don't know if Black Order actually might have been published by Nintendo, so it might be included in that umbrella of they don't count those digital sales towards the figures that they chat about. Which is weird that they don't do that, simply because like a lot of Nintendo games sell like really fucking well, so they would just only look even more impressive. Like Animal Crossing with digital sales included is probably like, I don't know, at least double the fucking sales, I would imagine, that it fucking already has.
As of December 2021, the game had sold 1.5 million copies.
I mean, that's probably not terrible for what it is.
For a Marvel property, it's like not great.
I mean, they were probably hoping that game was going to do gangbusters. I will say, I feel like that's a game I do.
August, the NPD group shared the best-selling games in the U.S. in the period of July 2019, and the game was fourth behind Mario Maker 2, Three Houses, and NFL 20.
Yeah. It probably was a game that either was projected to do bonkers and didn't, or was projected to do, you know, low and met that bar. What I guess is every game? I don't fucking know. I mean, compared to like Nintendo games, that's bad sales when you say it out loud. But compared to other stuff, it might not necessarily be that bad. Game number 3. Let's see here. I had tabs open when the episode started, and I closed them all. So now I'm trying to remember what the third game was. Let's see here. Let us see. Oh, Mike's got a fat cat.
So fat. Oh, he's so fat, and I can't cut his claws. So he definitely scratched me up real good just now.
I tried to take Navi for a walk on the leash over here. We've never brought her out the front of this area before, besides once in a stroller. She was not having it. She was not interested in what was going on in this neighborhood. She was like, I've never seen her, like, her heart started racing, like her ears went fully back, and she was like aggressively sniffing. Like there was probably just too much stimulus at once, where it was like she probably smelled like other animals. She probably smelled the ocean, which she's never really dealt with the ocean before, so there was probably just way too much of like where the fuck did you just bring me to? Even though she can smell a lot of those same things in the yard, which we do let her go into, probably just like being out in a scenario where she's not normal to being. It was like I immediately brought her back inside. I was like, nope, this is not happening. We're gonna just move on from this scenario here. All right, game number 3. Wait a second. I think we may have done this game before.
Yeah, we did.
Probably. It's Max Payne 3. Did we do that before?
Yeah,
sure.
you did it to
Mike got it.
Todd.
Oh shit! I can't believe Todd doesn't know his own fucking
that
games.
was when he did the review. I don't know if he did the back of the box.
No,
He did the back of the box
You
game.
definitely did
I-
Max Payne 3 at some point.
I have done Max Payne 3 multiple times because there was, I think the first time that I pulled it, I think Todd had just said it immediately right away because I think I may have said something beforehand like, I want to see how quickly anyone gets this game, and Todd was just like, Max Payne 3. But then I did it a legit time at some other point, and Todd did not get it. And then we did the movie. And then I think we may have did like
We did a
review
review.
of the game, yes. Oh, we haven't done that one again, have we?
Thank God.
The review thing?
I kind of like that one, no? Was that one not hitting?
No, I have no idea. I don't remember it.
Todd doesn't remember because, if I recall correctly, Todd wasn't paying attention the entire time. That's why he got 0 points.
Right.
Because, like, every single time he's like, oh, wait, what did you say? And, like, we'd already gotten it.
Todd did that tonight. That's what Todd does, Mike. It's a
I did that
ruse.
tonight? Get out of here.
Yeah, you 100% said, "Can you read the beginning again?"
Oh well, I always want the beginning.
You tried to say it at the like while I was still reading like the third sentence. You were trying to already get back in there.
Wait, what are we playing right now?
We're playing Back of the Box. Here's game number 3.
Can you read the beginning again?
He doesn't have his fucking board.
Blank and blank team up for an epic adventure. Explore 4 iconic worlds.
Epic Mickey.
No.
I was gonna say,
Solo and local co-op play. You need the full title of this game, by the way.
Big Mickey 2.
No. 2017 Best of Game Critics Award
2017?
winner. 2017 Best of E3 Game Critics Award winner.
Can you read the beginning again?
IGN gave it best blank game of E3. I'm not going to tell you this genre. That was a genre that I blanked out. Blank and blank team up for an epic adventure. Explore 4 iconic worlds, solo and local co-op play. Discover a modern combat adventure.
Eat and repeat. Work together.
Built exclusively for the blank.
Wait, what does that mean?
Whatever you want it to mean.
Sega Dreamcast.
2017's
Yeah,
Sega
right,
Dreamcast.
exactly.
It's not Cuphead, right?
It is not Cuphead. Blank and blank team up for an epic adventure. Explore 4
Cuphead and Mugman, just say it.
4 and iconic worlds, solo and local co-op play.
A delicious last meal. Cuphead.
Delicious Last Course is the name
Yeah,
of the game.
whatever the fuck.
It's a ukulele, correct?
Correct. It is not ukulele. 2017 Best of E3 Game Critics Award winner. IGN gave this genre Best Game E3 2017 for that genre.
What genre?
I can't tell you.
Can you read the beginning again?
Blank and blank team up for an epic adventure.
Epic Mickey.
Incorrect.
2.
Incorrect. Also, I said you to give me the full title. Epic Mickey 2 is not the full title. But it is not Epic Mickey.
I think Epic Mickey 2
Chains
is the
of
full
Memory.
title, isn't it?
I think isn't it called Epic Mickey 2 The Power of 2? Or is that a different game?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That sounds right.
There's a
Unless it's a DS game. Yeah, that might be called The Power of 2. No, Epic Mickey 2 The Power of 2. That's a very
What's the
redundant
DS
title. Epic Mickey DS.
Wait, Brendan's looking this shit up. He's gonna.
Power of Illusion. There's Illusion again. They
Epic
love.
Epic Mickey Power of Illusion.
Imagine it was. Imagine it was, and I fucking just read it out loud. But there's them using the word illusion again. What if we got an Epic Mickey reboot?
Illusion.
What if we got an Epic
They're not
Mickey reboot?
tricks, They're illusions. Tricks, something
It's-
important.
Bees.
If you get a stump, good for you.
How is this a stump? How is this a
Wait,
stump?
Can you name an actor at least?
Yeah.
It's like,
Um.
can you read the beginning again?
Yeah. I can name it. I can name it. I'll name an obscure actor. Let me add. It's this obscure actor. I mean, it is award winning and not like Razzies. It's got real awards. 2017. This is not that old. Not that old, boys.
Yeah, but
That's
I'm
what I'm
that
saying.
old.
It's
My
like
memory is
a-
fucking trash.
It's a game that everyone here knows.
I haven't played it, right?
I'm pretty sure that I think all four of us own it. I don't know who's actually played it.
Like 3 games.
But I am pretty sure that we all own it. Maybe Mike doesn't own it, but I'm pretty sure the other three of us own it. But even if Mike doesn't own it, Mike definitely knows this game.
I know what it is.
Oh, Paul
Did I
Blart.
fall in order?
No.
Splatoon 2,
No.
Splatoon 1, Splatoon 3, Splatoon 4.
Oh shit, it's of course 2017 Splatoon 4.
With local co-op.
There's local co-op on Splatoon 3, actually.
What's the deal with Splatoon? What was the thing one of you sent the other day that was it like Fortnite and fucking wasn't it like a picture of Jerry from that photo shoot? What did it say?
Oh yeah, no, I forget
What's the deal with all like I forget what it was.
But it was like in like a more serious tone of like, you know,
What was that a photo shoot for? Why was he
I have no idea.
taking
Donkey Kong
photos?
Tropical Freeze.
Incorrect.
Great guess.
Duo.
I don't
What
know if it's
duo?
actually a great guess. I don't know. He said the name of the game, so that counts.
Damn. I can't believe this is a stump. I can reveal more information, but I feel like that's going to be an immediate.
I feel like you didn't reveal anything.
I mean,
Yeah, you revealed blank and blank.
if I give you the genre, that is going to immediately give someone the game. If I give you the first stuff I omitted, it's going to immediately give you the game. If I reveal the bottom stuff that I omitted, the last stuff, that's going to at least
What was the bottom? What was the end?
that's at least going to give you a really, really good sense of what this game is. And I feel like it's going to be similar enough to the other clues. I can do it if that's what everyone wants, but it's just going to
Can
be
you read it with the blank still?
Yeah,
At
yeah.
The bottom part.
discover a modern combat adventure built exclusively for the blank, blank, blank.
Modern combat adventure.
Is it ARMS?
For the
No.
blank. In 2017, which means it must have been for one of 4 consoles.
It was, of course, the Google Stadia platform. Stadia wasn't out yet. Also, why would there be a physical box for a Stadia game?
No, I got it.
I'll see you do
It was, of course, for the Amazon Luna platform.
Mm-hmm.
It was, of course, for the Ouya.
Do you have any more failed platforms?
Is it Snipper Clips?
It is not Snipperclips.
No.
But that game, I believe, did come out in 2017.
I'm just trying to think of
Is it?
weird shit at this point.
Is it Splatoon 4?
Combat system for the blank.
How high is Todd right now?
Switch. Not Nintendo 3DS. It could be new Nintendo.
Are you Googling this right now?
Mike's brain is a Google.
Oh, wait a second. He did say blank for the blank, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was that Xenoblades game called?
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah, but Xenoblade, famous for their local co-op.
Yeah, people love that.
Oh.
Oh, it's Xenoblade Chronicles 4.
Stop stealing my thunder. Yeah, I don't.
This game is getting a sequel.
The Squeakle?
Oh, Jedi Fallen Order.
It is not getting the squeakle.
This game is getting a sequel. It came out in 2017.
Is it Kingdom Hearts 3?
It is not Kingdom Hearts 3.
Were there 4 iconic worlds?
I don't know. I don't remember how many worlds are in that game.
Yeah, right.
Only 4 iconic ones. There's like 10, but only 4 iconic ones.
Garbage.
Let's see. What else can I say about this?
I actually forgot about the 4 iconic worlds part. It also doesn't have local co-op.
This game is rated E10 for cartoon violence, comic mischief, and mild language.
Is it Ben 10 in the Omniverse?
Yes. No, it's not. But I'm just confused as to why Todd just said all of those words.
I'm confused only because Todd is too old to be watching Ben 10, but I think his kids are too young to have caught Ben 10 when it was actually on.
What is Ben 10's
I
real
don't know
name?
where you got the
Benjamin.
What is it?
It's Ben Tennyson.
Okay. I knew
Ben
that was
Tenet?
Ben something. Yeah.
Ben Tenet? That's like...
Is it Marvel Spider-Man?
It is not Marvel Spider-Man, but I believe that also did... that might have been 2018, actually.
I'm trying here.
At least somebody is. At least somebody is.
And Miles Morales. I don't know. It doesn't have 4 iconic worlds, but I'm pulling shit out of the thin air at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not Staten Island.
Here's what I'll say.
What's not iconic?
Here's what I'll say.
Okay, say it.
This game has a
Gameplay.
tie to another game that somebody at some point tonight said on this episode.
Wait. Rewind.
It has a loose thread that's
Yeah, right.
only mentioned
literally-
at some
we went on
point in the
for 2
last 2
hours.
hours.
Yeah, in 2 hours.
So I talked about immortality, so it must be that other game that
Is it
You're
Battletoads?
telling lies.
one of the two.
You're telling
It is
lies?
not Battletoads.
Is it telling lies?
It's not telling lies. It's, of course, Minsky the game.
Ooh.
What else did we talk about?
All right, this game
Battletoads.
is built exclusively for
It's Nintendo.
the Nintendo Switch system.
Knew it. Oh, fucking, I know the game too.
Blank and blank.
Why can't I say the name? Oh my god.
Because you don't know the game. Because
No,
you're
I
a
do.
fucking liar.
Oh, Mario and Rabbids. Sparks of Hope?
That's the sequel. That's the sequel.
Mario and Rabbids.
Turtles in Time.
I feel like you can't give
Wait
it
a second.
away.
What did we say at some point during the podcast that had a thread to
Donkey Kong.
Mario and Rabbids?
Donkey Kong.
I know what he's talking about now.
Donkey Kong is in the base game, and the DLC for the game is a Donkey Kong DLC.
Mario Rabbids Kingdom Come.
Are you being serious?
Yes, I don't know.
It's not Kingdom Come.
Mario and Rabbids Tropical Freeze.
Todd gets the point and puts him at 39. It's Mario. It's actually technically Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yes, you didn't get the point. Never mind.
Wow, Mike's trying to pull. Mike said if Todd gets this point, he wants his Tomodachi life point. That's what Mike just said.
I want my whatever junk point.
You want your one Sifu point, your one Mega Man point, or your one Fortnite point?
Yeah. What was the last thing you just said that like the thing that opened it up? What was the last like clue you gave out?
That it was a Nintendo Switch game.
Oh, I guess
what's the beginning of it?
Mario and the Rabbids team up for an epic adventure.
The Rabbids. Mario and the Rabbids. You blanked out the word the?
Yeah, because that's too proper of a noun. That's too proper.
Asshole.
No, that gives it away. That gives it away.
Blank and the blank would have been that much of a clue to us?
What a fucking asshole.
Hold on. So then I'll say in the same regard, Mike, me omitting the clearly wouldn't have been that much of a clue to you if I left it
It
in.
wasn't that much of a clue to me, but like I was looking for like a...
I was looking for a proper noun.
I was looking for fucking
Miles
Mario and
Morales.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Teamed up.
I feel like
What was the first thing you said?
Miles Morales. That's why I said Spider-Man.
Okay.
I feel like this was not that hard, and you guys are just, you're just mad that Todd got 2 points tonight.
I'm gonna start reading box art.
Some week we should just read a bunch of box art to Brenden and be like, "This is really easy. I don't know how you're not fucking getting this."
How are you fucking this up?
Listen, I'm not playing for stumps. I haven't gotten a stump in a while. I'm at 3 stumps. There have been more opportunities for stumps where I've started giving non-box information.
Yeah, like the.
I gave you Nintendo Switch. That was the clue.
I mean, once you said that, I was
great
my brain
clue.
went to like, where are the sequels? What is coming out? Now I'm like,
Isn't
nothing.
Spark of Hope already out?
No, it comes out in October, I believe.
Oh, the Rabbids had some other game come out, right?
The Rabbids something party. It's a party game. Party. Rabbids.
Seeing the Rabbids on the shelf. And...
Party of Legends. Anyways, you can take it up with the commission, the board, if you guys want to appeal that point on Todd.
Wait, why do I not get
I'll
it?
give Todd the point. I'm just saying that there's...
Hold on. So you're okay with the point going out, but where's your actual where's the Todd got the game without the word the?
Yeah, you need the whole title except if
I got it right. Kingdom Come.
Todd didn't even get the whole title. Brenden said, "Get the whole title." And Todd was like, "Oh, Mario and."
Listen.
At the very end of the day, Brendan's like, "Actually, it was called Mario plus Rabbids Spark of Hope."
So are we calling this a no point? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
No, I'm giving Todd. Todd can have the point.
So then, if you're fine with Todd having the point, why are you so up in arms about the logistics of the point?
I don't want to punish Todd because you suck. Okay, that's all.
Ooh, there it is.
Todd got it, but you.
But by your definition, Todd in fact did not get the point.
I got it.
No, Todd got the point despite the fact that you were terrible at giving us the clues. Because
Todd worked off of the same information that you did.
Let's read off
All
all
the
of
things I got is the sequel.
during
The
that.
sequel thing is the only thing they gave it.
Todd got it because of the squeakle.
The sequel.
Listen, I could understand if I had given Todd different information than I had given the two of you, but everyone had the same information.
Yeah, and Todd said literally every game he knew.
Listen, at the end of the day,
Oh, ARMS did come out in 2017.
yeah, launch game.
Yeah, it was a launch title for the Switch. The Switch came out in 2017.
I am the host of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I am also happen to be the board and the commission. So your appeal, though taken with the utmost
I didn't put an
importance.
official appeal. I just voiced my disapproval.
Listen,
of
the
entire
the
process.
floor is
I think
yours.
I think there's corruption from the top down.
Yep.
Top down.
The floor is yours to speak.
I'm putting the game in
Just
the
spoke.
whole.
I said all
I'm
the
putting.
things.
I'm putting the entirety of the game in question.
You hear this, Todd?
Yeah.
Todd, you start
That's
creeping
fine.
towards the top of the score here, and all of a sudden,
Calling kangaroo court.
all of
Kangaroo
a sudden. Listen, so by these rules, then,
court. And can we talk about steroids? Can we talk about steroids?
by these metrics, by these criticisms,
What was that? Oh, it was.
That was the gang.
It was Charlie.
gang,
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, Charlie. The gang. Whatever.
Todd should. So right now the score is Dom at 45, Todd at 39, and Mike at 31. By this ridiculousness that Mike is bringing to the panel here, Dom should be getting points for 4 more additional games.
Mhm.
Todd should be retroactively getting a Max Payne 3 point.
Ooh,
Last
boom.
year, wasn't it?
Let's go.
Oh, now there's other rules popping into play. Listen, I'm trying to run a fair.
No, if you want to add my last year points to this year's points.
I don't have record of
But-
Do I still have record of
But,
those?
like the ones that Dom got, like the Sifu ones. He texted me. He's like, I'm googling this right now while I was typing him into the chat that day.
So now Todd's calling Dom a fucking cheater and a liar and a scumbag. His words, not mine.
I'm not a liar. If I was texting him that I was cheating, then I'm not lying.
Okay, all right, fair. Dom is very straightforward about his I don't know.
I was using performance enhancing aids.
Phones.
PEPs.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. All right. Are we doing a 4th game? Are we mad about this?
No.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
No.
All right. Listen, I take your criticism. I will put it under review. I
I
will.
want another game show episode where I can get like a bunch of points, or if I can vice versa.
Listen, we're coming up. We're almost mid September. I have to do another MG charity stream this month. We can do a game show bonanza. Like, we can do that. But Todd, I want to point out that when we did a game show bonanza 2 months ago, I don't think you got any points. Or were you not even here that night?
No, wasn't it like 15 people at once though? Like it was like, or am I thinking of something different?
No, it was like 15 people, but somebody wasn't here. I don't think one of you was here that night. I mean, I can look up the episode. I'm not going to do that at this exact moment.
I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, you didn't get any points that night.
When did you do the game show bonanza? Was it the last charity stream?
I think it was in July, yeah. And
So I don't think I did that.
one of you was not here. I'm pretty sure it was either you or Dom. I think Mike was here. Because we did the book game. We did What's in the Box.
Maybe I did do that. I don't know.
And maybe that was just, did we do video game ads too? We did do video game ads because that's free demo. Who was here for free demo?
He was here for free demo.
So Todd was not here at that episode. Do you know what I mean when I say free demo, Todd?
No, what is that?
It was a Paper Mario magazine ad. It was just said free demo.
I feel like I was there. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Who knows?
Anyways, thank you all so much for listening to this episode, if you even want to call it that. It's a fucking mutiny over here. Of the Past Control Podcast, episode 332, potentially, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Visit your local cobbler.
Yeah, make sure you stop by your local cobbler. We should really try to get that, lock in that sponsorship. I mean, I get some shoes I could get spruced up. You know what I'm saying? Get some. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode 332. Like us on social media, follow us on social media, leave us a review wherever you listen to podcasts, share us with a friend, buy stuff from our merch store, subscribe to us on Twitch. I don't know. If you, the listener, have a side here on this point disparity, this point discussion, the game in question here, sound off in the comments. Let us know. Tweet at Mike and tell him he's wrong. Or tell him he's right. I don't know. You tell me. Curious to see where
Yeah, you know, let's just blank out definite and indefinite articles at a whim. Whatever. It's fine.
I had to make in that moment.
You don't have to, you don't
Listen,
have to, you don't
listen.
have to
So like
explain
that, like,
yourself. You've
would
already
that,
done
like-
that. Just end the episode. It's over.
Oh,
In
that's true.
in those moments,
Fine.
Mike, I have to make a
I was
call.
not going to guess the game regardless. I'm not going to get
Yo,
the. I
wrap
wasn't
it
going
up,
to guess the
B.
game regardless. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
I feel like in those
don't know the
moments, I have
I don't
to.
know the full title.
I feel like in
No, I
those
know the full title.
moments,
Not that
You
it
know who-
mattered because
you know
Todd
who-
just said.
you know who else
Todd just
doesn't know
said
the full title?
Mario and Rabbids.
Todd, the person that got
Todd
the
just said
point.
Mario and Rabbids.
Wait, what did I get wrong again? What was it?
Nothing.
What
You
did
got
you
Kingdom
get?
Come.
You didn't
You
get
said
the-
Kingdom
you didn't get
Come.
the cone?
Yeah, what is it
He
called?
said a lot there.
Kingdom Battle.
Oh, so I was close enough.
He still doesn't.
I don't know if close enough is a point. Listen, I am fine with no point there. I'm like you.
Honestly, if I don't get a point, we're resetting the score from here on out.
I here's what's happening. Dom very smartly is staying mostly sidelined for this conversation because he's the king. He's the king of the fucking castle. He's riding the point.
I'm worried.
He's got
I don't
nothing.
care.
He's got nothing to worry about. Mike, who's been gaining on Todd, just watched Todd sneak in 2 points. Todd, who's been stuck in the middle, fucking Malcolm in the middle for fucking all year long, sees a golden opportunity to fight for a bracket reset to then be level playing field with Dom again.
I'm just trying to get Mike back into the game. That's it. I'm just trying to.
Mike's been creeping on you.
I don't care because I know my limits. I don't know a lot of full game titles, and that kills me. If you say like, hey, you need the full game, even if it's a series of like, listen, I know there's a bunch of new Super Mario whatevers. I don't know the names of any of them. I can say new Super Mario Brothers and then stop and be like, I don't know. Todd can of course just say Mario and Rabbids. I need the full title. Mario and Rabbids, Kingdom Come.
Yo, I got like
And then
75%
get the
of that title.
I mean,
75%
to
of that
be
title,
fair, to be fair, when Todd said Mario and Rabbids, I smirked and paused, and I did not tell him he was right or wrong. I just waited because I was trying to see if you or Dom was going to swoop in with the full title of the game.
I expected the swoop in. That's what I was.
I was also waiting for the swoop in, and then I said you need the full title, and then he gave the wrong title, and then I still waited for the swoop from someone else, and then no one swooped.
I gave that title, and you
Like
started
I
laughing
just
again and looking
said,
down.
I do not know the full titles of a lot of games.
That's fine. I
I
try to
know-
pick games that are in the wheelhouse of people knowing. I mean there are plenty of devil horns behind me on the shelves that I purposely am not picking because I don't think anyone's gonna guess them, based on the title, but also based on what's on the back of the box. Like I could pull something, and like here, I'm gonna pull this game. If someone gets this, they get the point. But we're not playing this game full out. We're not playing this game full out. We're not playing this game full out. Here's a bonus.
Nintendo again, that's what I know.
That's not how this game works. Take your blank characters on a grand adventure. Cast your friends and family as heroes, villains, and villagers in this quirky fantasy world.
Docu Life.
I fucking knew Mike was going to say that. No.
Oh, right.
Lead the charge. Fight side by side with your blank. Pamper your party at the inn. Blank characters get close by spending time together. Power up your party with exotic foods. Get your blanks the stuff they want, like yummy treats or new gear. Give your blanks a makeover. Apply a wig and makeup to update a blank's look. Befriend a horse.
Oh yeah.
Add some horsepower to your party. Treat your blanks to fun outings. Blanks who've grown close fight well together.
That was so long. I'm so lost now. I've heard something horse, something.
Yeah,
Horse.
there's a horse. You bring your friends
Horse,
along.
horse
Friends
powers.
and family.
Now, like, I don't think I would call this, in a general sense, a Devil Horns game. But I try to pick for the panel, and I feel like this is a more obscure title for this specific group of people, which is why it's a game I would not normally pull.
What system is it for?
See, we already need additional clues. There's a lot of information I already gave.
All right, so we know it's a Nintendo system.
Is it Undertale?
It is not Undertale. The back of the box for Undertale is like a sentence.
One of the parts of the game, the back of the box, is cast your friends and family. So it's a me game.
It is indeed a Nintendo game.
Metopia.
Yeah.
It is Metopia.
Shut up.
You guys just let Todd get an extra point, you pieces of shit.
No, you don't have to do it for that.
Hey, listen, no. Todd earned it. It had all the information. I was trying to think to myself, I'm like, I know there's another game that I would confuse with Tomodachi Life that had come out recently. I couldn't remember the name offhand.
Wait, you purchased that
As soon as
game?
he said Metopia,
Yo,
yeah, I remember that game came out.
I have to have an endless supply of games for the back of the box game. Well, I get to replenish my stock. Look at this right now. Oh dear, I just dropped a lot of them, but we're locked and loaded, baby.
A lot of variety there.
No, most of those games are not going to be games that I pick because they're like games I imported from Japan and other shit. Like no one's gonna get Super Robot Wars fucking X.
Brenden can't read kanji.
No, I think the boxes are in English. Anyways, thanks for listening. Thanks for putting up with all this nonsense. Listen to the show. Enjoy the show. Leave us a review. Until next time.